Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews.
Oh hey, you said the original Crappy Bayformer.
I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons. Such heroic nonsense. You suck.
All hail Megatron. Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're going to take a look at another Transformers figure. It's the Studio Series 54 Megatron. It's Studio 54 Megatron. What? That's hilarious. If you don't know that joke, you're too damn young to be on this channel. You're a kid, go away. I found this figure initially at my local Target in Center Grove, but I ended up picking it up over at my local Walmart in Center Grove across the street because I didn't want to spend $30 on it. I liked the figure, but I was like, and I went over there and I found him for $26, and I went ahead and pulled the trigger. So it's kind of funny. This is from the original Transformers film, the 2007 film, and I don't like Bayformers a lot. You guys know that if you watch my channel. And I particularly don't like this incarnation of Megatron. However, I happened to be watching a video from Sharpness Prime, I think it was earlier this week or late last week, and he was reviewing this figure and he was just gushing all over it, and talking about the sculpt and everything, and I had to say, when I was watching it, I was like, this is actually a pretty impressive looking figure. And then when I finally saw it in store, I was super blown away. And to me, that is the mark of a good toy designer. So if you can get me to buy an action figure of a character that I don't like because the sculpt and paint's that damn good, kudos to you. So whoever the toy designer was for this, or designers, you guys did a fantastic job. You convinced me to spend $26 and, about an hour of my life taking a look at this toy. So let's go ahead and jump in there and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Studio 54 Megatron in the packaging, and it actually looks pretty good. You could actually buy this figure, leave it in the package the way it is, and it would look like a good piece up on your shelf. Now, it's the same packaging we've been getting in these movie Studio Series figures, which is pretty cool. It says Takara, Tomy, Generations, Transformers, the Hasbro logo. It says Megatron down there, Studio Series 54. We get some nice artwork right there that wraps around the package. I'm always a fan of that. It goes from the full bot into Megatron himself right there, and it says Studio 54, which is pretty cool. The top of the package has got a little window like normal. It's got the original Transformers movie logo from 2007. The other side of the package here has got an Autobot logo. Why? I don't know. Why in the hell isn't that a Decepticon logo? Megatron right there. So just kind of a close-up. There he is. Look at all kinds of badass in that packaging. There's the artwork looking cool. Definitely dig that. Art on the side also looking pretty cool. I appreciate that. Side of the package here. Autobot logo. I don't know why. Artwork again. Looking cool. Back of the package here, we've got Megatron in his robot mode. It's got a little write-up. It says big screen inspired, scale, detail, and backdrop. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And he's got his little mace type of weapon. I guess it's more of a Morning Star than a mace, really. And then we got Megatron in his weird little jet mode, and it says Mission City Battle. Very cool. He transforms in 21 steps. So just kind of a close-up. There he is. There's the vehicular mode, and there's all the steppage and all that kind of stuff. I really don't care about the backgrounds on these things. But yeah, there's the package. That pretty much does it for the box. Let's go ahead and get this Megatron out of the packaging and see what we think. So here we have Megatron out of the packaging, and I gotta say, this might be my favorite Bayformer that I own. Which is really funny for me to say because, you know, as I've said on this channel many times, I'm just not a fan of the Bayformers. I think they look like giant insects. There's too much of the bits that you can see and not enough armor on the Transformer. But that's an aesthetic thing for me. I'm an old school G1 fan. I think that's what Transformers should look like. But there's a whole generation that this is what Transformers are supposed to look like, and, well, fuck you. I'm just kidding, not really, but if this is your bag, it's your bag. Now, he does come with an accessory item right here. It's the, I guess it's the Morning Star from the movie where he kind of clanks down and attacks with it and all that kind of good jazz. The one thing I wish this figure did have was the ability to combine the arms together to make that big long gun he had at the end of the movie when he was fighting Optimus Prime in the city. Unfortunately, he does not have that ability. He almost looks like he does, but he just doesn't. Now, articulation on this figure is actually pretty good. I'm going to show that off real quick. So he's got a ball joint on his head. He can look up super far, which is crazy. He doesn't look down that far because of his big old goatee there. The head does spin all the way around, so that's pretty cool, I guess. He's got swivel joints at his upper arms. They also move outwards, which they just don't look like they should, so that's good engineering. He's got a twist at the upper arm. He's got a very nice elbow joint. His hands do have a bit of rotation right there, but that's really for transformation. He does not have any articulation at the waist, unfortunately. The legs kick up that far. They kick back about that far. They do kick outwards quite a bit. So that's kind of cool. There is a twist at the upper leg right there, which is nice. And then he has a very, there we go, back in focus, a very nice knee joint right there. But that's really kind of for transformation. The feet do have some movement on the toes right there. Again, mostly for transformation. And then he's got that crazy ankle rocker pivot we love! With this being his widest possible stance with both feet still flat on the floor. Now, as far as his accessory item here goes, the way that works, you're going to take his hand and put it in like you're transforming him. And then, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on camera, but there's a little spot that you're going to slide this piece right here up into the arm. Like that, and it's just going to clamp in, and it sits very, very firmly, and looks pretty cool. Da, da, da. There it is. You can get it into some decent poses, I guess. I am not going to pose it with that. I think it looks cooler without it, but it's kind of nice that he comes with it. At least he's got some kind of weapon. Again, I wish that he could transform his arms forward into that giant gun mode. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, I am in love with this look. Not because it's the Bayformer, but how well they made him look to the movie. The head sculpt is perfect. The red eyes, all the designs and little insect bits everywhere on it. That kind of brushed satin steel look they got going on. We've got multiple color patterns here. So there's like this shiny kind of brushed silver, kind of a darker metallic gunmetal. There are dark grays in here. Just all the little details. Like in the shoulders, it looks like he's got these ball pieces in there that roll around, and all the little intricate parts. This thing is gorgeous, and it hides all of the jet parts, which is just amazeballs. Now, looking at the midsection of the figure, again, the sculpt is awesome. Love the design, love the paint scheme, all the little details in his body. You can really tell that they took the Transformers Prime Megatron look and started with this and smoothed it out, which I really am a fan of. But for what this is, It is amazing. You know, again, it hides all of the jet pieces so well in the robot mode. You really couldn't tell unless you look down at the feet and kind of really look at it that it does turn into a jet, which it's great. I mean, they did a phenomenal job making this look like the movie version of the robot on screen and the alternate mode. And finally, take a look at the legs of the figure. Again, sculpt is great. Love the color scheme. He's got these weird kind of goofy finger tong looking things hanging down there from his forearms. Legs, nice, big, bulky. Love the ankle pivot in it. All the sculpt, all the design, all the paint looks nice. The wings of the jet fold up into the back of the legs here, which I find to be amazing. The sculpt and design on this figure, just really super impressive that you could hide all that in there, and that really shows a lot of other designers what you can do with a Transformer. And again, the paint, the sculpt, all looks good, sitting on top of this big, bulky leg base, just really screams 2007 Megatron. For comparison, here we have the Studio Series Voyager Megatron with the Earthrise Leader Class Optimus Prime. Now, what in the hell's wrong with this picture here? As you can see, this is actually a Voyager figure. It's just because it comes with a trailer doesn't make it a Leader Class figure, but that's what we're getting with the new Transformers. The Megatron figure is, I'm pretty sure, based off an older mold that they just kind of enhanced and repainted, so he's kind of a real Voyager figure to me. It's like the last of the real Voyager sizes, but it's definitely an impressive looking piece, especially with some of these newer Transformer figures on the shelf. And here we have Megatron in his jet mode, and I've never really particularly cared for this mode since the film, but I mean, it is what it is. It does look like the jet mode. We've got this very long, very drone-like piece up here, and it's impressive because this actually folds around and into his backpack, which is very, very cool. I definitely dig that. I love how these wings, these little struts on the wings come out. This all folds up into the feet, making it very, very impressive. Here's the back, the fin back there. There's a little gappage right about here, but that's okay. I don't particularly mind. Sculpt all looks really, really nice. All the panels, everything looks good. It plugs into ports everywhere on here. Very nice, very hidden. You don't see any of the ports. Transformation's not very difficult at all. It's a little more complex than I like to show on the camera. Maybe I'll do a series on how to transform some of these. If that's something you guys are interested in, let me know. I wouldn't mind doing a little video series on that. So yeah, leave a comment if you're interested in that, thumbs up. But yeah, overall, I think it looks like the Megatron jet mode that we got in the 2007 film, and that's all you can ask, now isn't it? So is the Transformers Studio Series 54 Megatron something that you want in your Transformers collection? If you are a Michael Bay former fan, you're going to love this figure. If you are a Megatron completist, I think you're going to like it. If you hate Bayformers, this could be an easy pass for you. I am not a fan, I've said many, many, many times, you guys know that, of the Bayformers. I don't particularly like this incarnation of Megatron because he looks like a big bug to me. However, as I have said in this video, I completely love this design. I like the look, I like the color, the sculpt. It looks like it came off of the 2007 screen out of that movie, and that really impresses the hell out of me. I think the bright silvers, the dark grays, all look gorgeous. His eyes, paint, sculpt, everything's there. And if you can get me to buy a figure The character, I'm not a big fan of. I think you've done a hell of a job. So, once again, kudos to the toy designer or designers who put this figure together. I think it's awesome. And as far as the price point, $26 at Walmart, about $30 at Target. I think it's worth every single penny. So if you see him out there, I would pick him up because I think this is going to be one of those Studio Series figures, kind of like the Bumblebee Optimus Prime figure that will fly off of the shelf, especially once the Bayformer fans see it and start drooling on it. So yeah, definitely a cool figure. So there he is, Lord Megatron, from the 2007 Transformers live-action film in the Studio Series line number 54.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.